Brothers and sisters, in August, we had a situation in Congo where a group of church members calling themselves Wazalendo were protesting against the UN being in Congo. We know MONUSCO, that is the mission of the UN in Congo. They were protesting because they were saying that those people have not been doing anything to protect them. They were also protesting for the governor to step down because the governor had stopped the protest against the UN. A lot of Congolese people were killed, about 60 or more, and the government after that arrested some like four police officers. Then the Congolese president, that is the Democratic Republic of Congo, the president went to the United Nations General Assembly, and he told the UN that he needed the mission of the UN to leave Congo, not in December 2024, but he was bringing it, fast-tracking it, so that they can start leaving by December 2023. There are about 18,000 UN personnel in the DRC, and 12,000 of them are troops, that is military. So this
and that's the second largest in the whole world.
Yeah, so this led to the death of a lot of people, and many of them were hurt. Then about 150 people were arrested. But why did the army open fire on unarmed civilians? They were claiming that these guys were a part of the M23 rebel group.
And they got an order from Colonel Mikombe to open fire.
And remember, Tshisekedi, that is the president of DRC, said that he will not engage them in any discussion.
So, Colonel Mikombe was sentenced to death over the anti-UN protest killings. So the main reason is because he's the one who gave an order.
Yeah.
And together with 3 of them were sentenced to 10 years of imprisonment, and then 2, including his deputy, were acquitted. This is very sad, because I know for sure these people knew what they were doing. It's not like it was just an accident, they thought it's the end. No. They have been protecting the UN for ages. And I don't know what made Tshisekedi to say enough is enough. Maybe the protest, maybe the awakening of the people made him realize that if I don't take a step, it's gonna backfire,
Yeah, and the problem is you are killing your people for someone else because they are protesting and they are armed. And in July that this year, 15 people had been killed, including 2 peacekeepers.
July 2022.
Yeah, and I remember a time where the people were so angry that they were even banning UN vehicles.
And why are they even protesting? They are protesting because the UN has not been able to stop the violence, the attacks, the whatever in that region, and they've been there for years.
Yes, and another thing is when you hear that there will be a mission, it's soldiers from everywhere, every UN countries. What do they come to do? Of course, they do bad things on the ground. You find that they rape women and girls. There are a lot of persecutions. It's never safe when they are there.
Yeah, it's sad news indeed. We cannot celebrate that he's given life imprisonment because, this does not bring back all these almost 60 people that were killed. And we saw their relatives crying in pain because this is the UN, when the UN is in your country, you hope that it's here to protect you. It's here to safeguard the interest of the country. Yet we have seen so many things that the UN has been doing in so many countries in Africa.
And without forgetting there has been war in the last 2 days in Congo between the government's supported militias in Congo, some private militia, I don't know from which country in the South America, and the M23. They burned a lot of houses in Congo yesterday. And if you looked online, you see a lot of hatred against the people who they call like the M23 sympathizers. They are calling them the Tutsi. And they are saying this is not your home, you should go back to Rwanda. You see what these leaders do. Tshisekedi is talking about Kagame funding M23. Okay? Maybe because M23 majority are Tutsis, and most of the Tutsis in Rwanda. And man, Africa is becoming very complicated.
And they have managed to bring war between these two countries, because that is what they always do. They make you guys fight each other, and then in the background they're busy stealing your resources.
Then you find Zimbabwe army is in Congo, East African Community army is in Congo. You even wonder what is happening in the Congo. I thought the former president of Kenya, President Uhuru, had started some talks with the M23 leader, and you could even hear them talking on radio and other.
It's heartbreaking, it's sad, it's unfortunate.
This is a lesson to Africans and African leaders. Let us not praise war more than dialogue.
I mean, why would you say open fire? And you know for sure these people are unarmed. Anyways, guys, we don't know what you feel, how you feel about this whole thing. It's very sad for us. Indeed, it's just sad to see that this is an African brother who has killed all of these brothers and sisters in his country.
Now we pray that it doesn't happen again. And Africans, especially those who are very sleepy. You know, the problem is when the colonizers came, we had a system in which a young man, after growing to reach some point after initiation and all that, they joined the army. That was to protect the community. But when these people came, they used our people now as these police against their own people. So that never stopped. Only that now it's been used by some leaders, some administrative leaders, to maim others. But it's the same thing. So you find our own people who are used to fight people who are fighting for independence. Now they are being used to fight people who are fighting for the rights of people, or
resources,
calling for some sort of change. You see, so African need to change, and we need some cultural revolution like China did. We need cultural revolution. That's what will help Africa. We first change our culture, then
go back to our culture.
Then with culture, go back to our mode of governance.
Guys, let us know in the comment section down below.
Don't forget to subscribe. We see you in the next one.
Bye.